Okay, Megan, we're starting you off on the lesson in this venture of courts. He's going to be filming all of my grandchildren here cooking away. So you can start by making two eggs in that bowl.
Where do you want the eggshells?
I'll just throw them in the sink. Then half a cup of milk in there.
Okay.
You could just wait and add the 3 tablespoons of water into the milk.
Into the milk?
Yeah. Good. It's better to pour it in so you make sure you get a full tablespoon.
Oops.
One more. It wasn't very full.
I spilled off the spoon.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you could beat the eggs. No, I'll leave it on and I'll pour the milk in.
Okay. Milk?
No water. Just go around and around. Yeah, you can stop now. I'm going to just sip this.
Okay.
That's half a cup of flour. I don't know, some people don't sift it, but I always do. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There.
Okay. Keep
That's
going?
all, yeah, keep going now, mixing it. Whip it up. Whip it up good and
Yeah.
that's it. That's it for the crepe batter now.
Easy.
Easy. Now I'll put this to the side. And the next thing you have to do is the cottage cheese. That'll sit while you get the cottage cheese prepared.
Okay.
There you have to keep, we'll add 2 eggs again.
Okay.
But what you have to do is you have to mash it like this. We don't want it in lumps. We want to get these down as much as we can.
Okay.
Well, as soon as we put the eggs in, they'll decrease a lot faster.
Okay.
So we add 2 eggs.
Okay.
Okay.
And keep mashing?
Yeah, keep mashing and a few grains of salt. Just salt to taste. I won't put too much of it. Salt to
No
taste.
such thing.
And just make sure that you go round and round with those eggs. First of all, get the eggs all
Mix.
mixed. See, the trick here is to get that mashed pretty fine if you can.
Okay.
And I find if I would put it like on the side, yeah, and just keep turning the bowl, sort of.
You're not a good masher.
No, Okay, I'll try it. I'll show you a little bit. I don't know if it's helped, but see, I take the fork and I just push it down. Go like that. And just go around the bowls. Yeah, just keep bringing more of that head cheese down. It's not head cheese, it's cottage cheese. It's pretty good. Do you want dill in yours? I always add dill.
Then yes.
Yes. Should be about half a teaspoon of dill or a teaspoon of dill. That's optional. So this is, Grandma helped you out, I already chopped it up.
Love the smell of dill.
Oh, just a little bit more than a teaspoon, we'll use it all up. There.
Okay.
Keep working on it. And I'm just warming up my pan to do the crepes here. I'll do a little. Okay, I'm gonna move this. Oh, you're doing pretty good there. That looks good. So, we take that spoon that we were measuring with, this one here. Okay, we are through mixing the cottage cheese. It looks very, very good.
Very mashed.
Now we oil the pan on the stove.
Can you show me the cottage cheese one more time?
Megan is gonna, I'll show her, I'll put the first three on. I oiled the pan there with just Crisco oil. You only do it at the first, when you first start. After that, you don't oil it at all. So Megan, this is how I do it. So I take a tablespoon, measure it, and I just start putting it like this. That's how big the crepes will be. There's one. There's another one. I don't know if I have the right temperature or the pan is hot enough, but we'll soon find out. No, it's starting to bubble, so I'm pretty sure it's hot enough. In my oven, I have it about 4. My burner.
Okay.
Just let it burn a little more. And you put them on this pan. Do you want to test them? Just to see if they're nice golden color? Yeah. For just another few seconds. And you could grease your pan here with butter. Just take this and with this same
I can do that.
yeah. Well, actually, I should have done that. Yeah. Make sure you have enough around there. Fill it. Okay, these are ready to take out, Megan, so I'll take them off.
Okay.
So do you want to try the next batch yourself?
Sure.
It's speeding up here, but we could wait if you want. Yeah, just sort of fill it up full. Yeah. And then just sort of, yeah. Okay. But make it, yeah, that's right. Do one here and one there. That's good. Very good. Not bad for a beginner. Looks a lot better than grandma makes. Okay, now you watch those. And if you want to beat it, you could take those and put them over there and start making crepe. But while she's making them, I could be making more behind you.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, maybe a little bit more. See, that's what they look like. Nice golden color.
Thanks.
That's what I'm looking for. Here. Yeah, well, see, the second batch comes better. Yeah, the golden. Couldn't get any oil there, that's why it's...
Perfect.
Okay, now Megan, you could take this. And now you can start rolling.
On the light colored side or the golden colored side?
Oh, on the light colored side.
Okay.
So just put it in your palm of your hand. I'll make the first one and then you do the rest. And 1 tablespoon of
I
cottage
remember
cheese.
this part from last time.
See?
They're hot.
Yeah. And then you roll it just like you would for cinnamon buns. See, a nice roll and start in the middle. And you
And go across?
Well, go this way.
Oh, okay.
Triangle it and keep moving. Yeah.
Grandma, can you watch this first one just to make sure it's the right amount?
Don't put too much. I'd rather you go under the tablespoon. That's way too much. Half of that. Okay, no, pack it. About that much.
Okay.
You have to gauge it. It'd be better if you rolled it from this,
The other end?
yeah.
Okay.
And do them tight, like that, yeah. Roll them up tight. Yeah. Okay. And take less like this. Because otherwise you'll run out of
Fill in.
filling. Or you just sort of, yeah.
And then roll this way?
No, from your palm. Now tight, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, put them in tight like that. Oh, that's good. But that's how you roll them, from your palm.
Okay.
Yeah. And start from this palm. You could put it more to this end when you're putting it. Yeah. Yeah. So, how are you making out there?
Good.
Where did you learn to do this?
Well, I learned the hard way. I started from recipes. My mom didn't make nalashiki.
Where did you first have it? Or did you just find it in a book and decide to try it?
Yeah, well, we did, I don't know if we had them on the farm. I can't remember having any on the farm. We had lots of other things. But Polish, it's a Polish recipe, so mother must have had them.
How is it properly pronounced?
Nalashiki,
Oh, okay, so we've been right.
yeah. You don't have to do fingertip, just take the whole thing with all your fingers.
There.
Yeah, see, these are nice and golden. See, cord? Oops. Here, I broke it. You could show it to him before you start.
Nice and golden. And hot.
And hot. Yeah.
That's not gonna happen.
No, it's amazing that you and Lisa took to them, because that's something that young kids don't like, is nalashiki.
It's cheese and pancakes. It's the perfect meal.
Yeah. Okay, you can start making up the two. You're supposed to beat me.
They're too hot to put on my hand.
Are they? Well, use the cold ones in the bottom. Put them more in here, like on this end. Here, I'll show you one more time.
Okay.
See, I don't fuss with it like that. I just take the bowl, slip it right off, right here in the end. Use your fingers to help you behind. And then just roll. There. But you'll get the knack of it, because I've been doing it for years, so.
Around the whole outside first?
Yeah, we'll go around, yeah.
Okay.
No, just sort of start here. We'll have to start filling in here pretty soon.
Okay.
Okay? So we're getting there. I'll help you.
Your wedding ring looks really good on film, just so you know.
Thanks.
The important things.
Well, my diamond, you can't even see it. It's there somewhere.
They should be very happy to hear that.
Yeah.
He worked very hard picking everything and designing it.
Yeah. Yeah, these are ready. You can tell they're dry on the top. See? Oops. So,
I think
how are we doing for it? Okay, you go ahead.
I'm having trouble putting them in the pan the right pattern.
I know.
There's gaps
Well,
here
I'd
and here.
like to go down the middle first.
Okay. I'm gonna move these two because they look like they're gonna cause trouble. Where they are. There.
And then just fill in these holes. I'll take a few more down the middle.
Okay.
See, like you say, even if you do them alone, you'll have no trouble. Like, you know, just sort of fill in here now.
Okay.
And then these are ready. Oops. Okay. And you know, it does not take long to make them. If you get yourself ready, it's not like if you're doing pierogies, you know, you have to get the dough ready and
Oh, that one's hot.
it takes longer. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, just sort of more or less don't go all over. Just here and then roll. Have more of the rolling to go around them. Then you have the other end to roll and
Right.
tight. So we could have enough for this. Yeah. Yeah, we'll have enough.
So what's the next phase after they're all packed in there?
Well, we should have the oven on, we'll cook them. So we'll have a little break, and I'll take everything out of the oven. It only takes 20 minutes to cook them. There you go. Oops.
Perfect.
I'll have two more.
the crepes?
Well, you should have, let me see. We're just,
Cram them in?
I'll just put it on top like this.
So you said you pour cream on them over top?
Yeah, we do the whipping cream. And I have the whipping cream here. Or you could do a little bit half and half, because that saves on calories. I have half and half here. You know,
Which one's better?
well, they're both pretty good, but I've done both. I mix half and half.
Okay.
So, we will...
Before we
we'll-
cook it, we do this?
Oh yeah, we have to wait for the oven to
Okay.
heat. I should have had the oven heating. So we'll
I'll take a
sign
little
off
break.
for now, and we'll wait for the oven to heat, and then we'll cook them. It'll take about 20 minutes in 350 oven. I think that's what I use anyways. Now we're putting, before we put them in the oven, we have to put whipping cream on them. We're doing it half and half, 1/4 cup of whipping cream and 1/4 cup of half and half. Okay, maybe you pour.
Over the whole thing?
Or slowly over the whole thing. Just go sideways. Just, it doesn't matter, you could just pour. Pour it all out, and I'm going to put some whipping cream on top. Yeah. In fact, there's quite a bit there. I'll just add a little bit more. See, that'll absorb into the, and it won't be that much. And we're putting it in a 350 oven for 20 minutes, and this should just bubble good and hot. So there it is. Right? Center. Good, yeah, it's ready. So it's 6 o'clock, so we'll check it at 6:20.
I'm gonna see how it bubbles. All right.
Maybe we could do some more, I don't know. See, if you leave that, it'll absorb right into the, there it goes. See, right here. Don't touch it.
No.
Do it with this here.
Best part.
And where do we start? Maybe we shouldn't just, or taste it maybe, you be the judge.
Okay.
See if it needs another 5 minutes. Wally, you want to taste? Sure. Here, come and taste. Now it's hot.
Oh yeah.
Don't get yourself. I think if we would let it cool for 5 minutes, it would be perfect. These are for you, Courtney, when you stop filming. Just keep blowing, and you have to tell Court, and then before we sign off. Blow, blow, blow.
They're almost too hot to eat.
Yeah,
They're delicious.
they are. Right? Yeah. It's because you made them. That's why.
Yeah.
You mean Megan made these?
Sure, she sure did. She did all of them.
Sounds surprised, Grandpa, but you've had my cooking before and it's very good.
You know,
Delicious.
yeah. We're doing the cabbage rolls,
Yeah.
Court. So Alan's going to start here, and Nicole is going to look. So Alan, you
I
have
brought my
to.
knife. I'm not used to a knife like this.
Al, you have to turn around.
Make sure they're wet enough.
Turn around and put the water in. Where you can use half, but we're using 6 cups of water, because we're going to use these for Christmas Day. 4. Got them in there, and you since I know where to store them.
Just put down, okay?
Okay.
Pour the water.
No, you pour the water. You're doing all the work, I'm telling you what to do.
I'm just cutting.
Well, I know you are. I want you to do it right from scratch. And a teaspoon and a half of salt. Here, I'll do the salt because I don't want it.
I'm just pouring out of the box.
No,
It's
you
not
put
done.
that on. No, you do the rice. And now, when you have 6 cups of water, you have 3 cups of rice. And here, there's a big, this would be 2 cups. That's too hard to measure rice.
Great.
2, right to the top. You can't see it, but it's down over there.
I know I can't see it. And it's not because I've
Well, it's been
Not in my
around
glasses.
for 50 years.
hang on a second.
Listen, you better have this one here.
That's fine.
Would you prefer this
I
one?
just want to pour it over something I'm not pouring it on the floor. That's all I'm gonna do.
No, it's not going to do. No, let's take it out. You just look at that bowl. Let's just put it. There. That's 2. Well, let's just do this in a cup. We need 1 more cup, yeah. And look out for the cord once in a while.
No, don't look at me.
Just dump it all. There's nothing to say. There's just enough in one package. No, just put it in the pot.
Oh, don't we have to let the water boil first?
No, part off everything whole water.
I am my measuring it.
No, just dump all that. We'll use this for stirring, but I'll use this one to start with.
What kind of rice was that?
Well, it's pearl grain rice, if you can get it. But quite often you can't get it, you have to use the long grain. But I prefer the pearl grain. And see, that's perfect. This, you don't even have to measure next time. You use 6 cups of water, dump that.
3 cups?
Yeah, 3 cups. Okay, Al, you leave that, and now put this in the pan. We're gonna start frying. We have to chop the onion. Just push it up here. Here, I'll have you chop the onion.
What about the bacon? You started it.
No, you could put that bacon in. Yeah, I'll put them in together. I first put the bacon in and onion on top. You have to start cutting it the other way out.
It's the length like this?
Yeah. Cut it as thin as, and it's probably really defrosted now.
Anyway, so
Just cut it lengthwise. Nicole, you can maybe start peeling that onion in the background here.
Sure.
Here, eat. Just take the skin off. It's hard to do. I'm going to cut it in half. There you go. This is ready to chop.
Okay.
That'll be enough bacon, Alan, I think. We'll just keep going, yeah. We'll use some for the top. We won't use it all right now. When we bake.
get your hands out of there. There'll be
No.
other colors on this
Well, you
breadboard
should
that
do
we
that.
don't need.
Here, you put it. Or pick up the breadboard and dump it. Leave the rest. He needs the knife. I want you to start chopping the onion.
Do you want a knife?
So this is sharpening. Now, once in a while, check the rice. You have to keep stirring it.
Good thing there's three of us doing one dish.
Yeah, because you're doing other things, you have to think what's on your stove. So, Nicole, how are you coming? Should have got you peeling that earlier.
Good, you just heard.
Well, the pan is getting hot, so I better turn it down.
Throw some bacon in there right away. That'll
Yeah.
grease it up.
Yeah, I can smell it out here.
Yeah, just, I'm going to just pull it off until they're ready to throw the bacon in.
They're gonna ready.
Bacon's
They're
pretty
ready.
much ready, Grandma.
But I like to put it sort of started at the same time. But just get it right in there. About that much. Here, just switch everything to the board here.
Everything onto
Yeah,
here?
it's easier because you could have all that area to work with. But now I want to give you a hand here. But see, that's supposed to be low heat. And that's way too hot, but that's just not over there. So I'm going to bring it to the front.
So how big do you chop the onions?
Or just about what she did here. Because they fry down. You don't want them too big. But if you see you do it that way, you go
It's
down.
a nice grip.
So I'll keep stirring here. You guys finish the onions. After the water is absorbed in the rice does not have to be cooked to eat, but it has to be all absorbed. So then you add, after that you add your fried onions and bacon to it and stir it, and then you just leave it, turn it down, and then start getting ready to make your cabbage rolls. And by this time you already have your cabbage ready to go. We're using cabbage that's been prepared about a month ago.
So how would you prepare the cabbage?
Well, to prepare the cabbage, you get a nice soft head of cabbage, but preferably about this size, not big ones because they're hard to steam. A nice size, but it has to be one that doesn't have a hard rim on it. Winter cabbage is awful to work with, but sometimes you have to use it. But if you could get cabbage in the fall, or Safeway sometimes carries good cabbage for cabbage rolls. Wally's going to go check.
If you get it in the fall, do you just freeze it?
Yeah.
Till?
Then you have your leaves all ready to go, and it's so easy to make cabbage. See, those are from the fall. And that's my cabbage, the good leaves. And that's the one that, whatchamacallit, Lemisky sent. What's his first name? Al Lemisky sent me. And I was just telling you know the size of the cabbage he brought?
Yes.
In my life, Alan, it was the size of a big pumpkin.
Yeah.
And I still have one, if you don't believe me, in the cooler. One of them is right
We
there.
used to grow cabbage like that.
Never, my mom never grew cabbage. Big cabbage. Okay, that's ready to go
I
now.
think we're good with this.
That's the cabbage that I bought
That you
earlier.
bought.
Now this is the one that
The
Alan
one from the
Miskey.
big,
See the big
all
leaves?
the big leaves.
Okay, Al, who wants to dump it in here?
What?
Right here with the onions.
Oh,
to
the
make it
onions, that's
fry.
I can do that.
Okay. There's nothing to it, Al. Just, no. And I
It's
know
taking 3 of us.
Alan is a very good cook, so he'll have no problem. See how at least I'll have to turn what they call clear, the onions. Not burnt, like sometimes I burn them, but you have to be careful. So don't forget to burn them. I got to turn up the heat here a little bit. Get them going because when you put the onions in, it stops cooking.
Can this be left? Because this is still somewhat frozen. It's going to be hard to be able
No,
to
I
support.
leave it like that. It's better to have them half frozen.
Yeah.
There's a reason. Here, we're going to put it on a plate. Alan, this is what I'm going to do. Because we're not quite ready yet.
So everything's kind of easier to do from frozen.
Yeah,
than
see,
this.
that's
I think
see, right now it's ready to go, Al. So you break it up. Now you're ready to roll. See? Warm rice. So that's ready to go. Yeah. I'll get this bacon off and we'll finish it later.
Well, if you didn't catch that, can't.
Oh, well, that's a, what do you call it?
We did now.
Do another one, Carmen?
But now,
you know,
Molly,
just finish this off.
Court, who's the tall one? We need those casseroles. I didn't bring them down. Wally, we need the 2 casseroles. Oh, Court's gonna be bottom.
I'll come in.
Yeah, the bottom one is the one we're gonna use, fill up
Alright.
for Sunday, and then we'll use the other one. I think we'll bring 2 cans.
Alright, I'll leave those there.
So you could feel it when it's getting thick,
You can see it too.
but you always start from cold water. Yeah, you keep stirring. Just get the feel of the rice getting thicker. So,
2 buildings?
butter it or margarine, whatever, but I use butter.
That is not
Just-
included in the price.
Grease it all around, the sides and the bottom.
The dismantling of the steel structures supporting the dust collection unit
All done.
and the steel structures
Ready to go.
Is not included in this
We're
price.
start on this cabbage here.
And then,
See, now you can check the rice. See, it's starting to get thick here. It just starts to get a little on the perky side. See, it's starting to perk on the side. Okay, it's just leave it sit for a while. This rice is not,
Taking longer than
well, it's a different type of rice we're using, it's pearl rice.
Well, it's a rice that I bought.
This is a short,
It's an Italian rice.
yeah. I like
well, that's part of cooking anyway, it's always a conversation. Either you're talking yourself or listening to music anyways.
Well, you can't listen to music, he said.
No, I said when you're cooking. That's
Oh,
what I said,
yourself,
you're either
you can't
talking to
talk.
somebody or you're listening to music. Or you have a beer in your hand,
Yeah, well, that's,
or a glass of wine.
yeah.
Okay.
See, what my sister does at the very end, she adds more margarine, you know, this here, this margarine.
Yeah.
But if I have bacon that I've used, this is just used last week, I add bacon drippings for flavor, because you have to have a little bit more flavor than what you have there. So I'll add this bacon dripping. But butter.
2 scoops of bacon drippings, not 1, but 2 scoops.
No, just whatever you have. Or about, my sister adds about half one of those quarter pound of butter. But it depends how much she makes. She makes it double it for our recipe. I don't like too many calories, so I'll use this up. There, now they're ready to start. Stir as well. This is just one of those, if you save your bacon fat, if you don't, you can't do it. But I was thinking of this weekend, so when Dad fried bacon on Sunday, I said, I'm going to save it for this. Okay, now, before Alan has to get away, so get yourself ready to start making. Yeah, they're going to be hot. You're supposed to cool a little. Okay, you get yourself ready, and here's a tablespoon for you.
Perfect.
And you could start with just taking, I always start with this, like this, put it on your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take a scoop right in the middle there. Yeah. Now you just roll it.
I think I put too much in mine.
Yeah, well just, I don't seal the ends,
Okay. So I'm okay that mine's sticking out.
but don't put that much next time.
Yeah.
Now here's a nice one too.
Oh.
See, outside cabbage should be outside, and you know where it rolls?
Mm-hmm.
If you see it?
That's the best one to use.
Well, that's the way it rolls better. See, just a little bit more. See, like this. Just so you'd have enough to roll it up and make a small one.
There we go. I'm getting better.
Where are we there? Yeah, and then you just keep working. Here. I'll move this over here. When they're frozen, you just form them, you know, just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're easy to work with. See, a bigger one, you put more. Just enough to. Now this is. And tuck them in quite firm.
And just one layer on the bottom,
Yeah,
right?
one
You can't
layer.
stack on top.
No, and then you crisscross them. Put one more in there.
Well, so we can do another layer of them on top. Oh, okay.
You could do 3 layers if you wanted to. The trouble is when you do 3 layers, you have to be careful in the oven after. Put it right in your palm now. You gotta get it right there, yeah. Actually, that was sort of, you're starting from the wrong, you see. The point always goes to roll, and the big part is where you. Here, I'll let you roll that one.
When you do in the end, just kind of stick
No, you don't even have to touch the ends. They're cooked that way. And they'll, I don't roll the ends at all. When you're ready to cook them, take a can of tomato soup, take half a can of tomato soup, dilute it with a half a cup of water, and then you add it on there. But before you do that, you put raw onions and bacon on top. I know a lot of kids don't like onions, but they don't even know there's onions. If they like the cabbage rolls, Alan isn't one for onions either, are you? Or are you used to onions?
Onions all the time for cooking. I just
Yeah.
don't eat them raw like you do. There's a
Oh,
difference
no.
between cooking and eating them.
Yeah, okay. See, this is that big heads of cabbage, and you have to cut the leaves. You couldn't possibly. This is why it's so important when you're buying cabbage to buy small heads of cabbage, no larger than this. Buy 2, and then you have the nice leaves you could cut in half, or in 4. One leaf.
What you do is you just buy the cabbage then,
Yeah.
and what do? You just peel the leaves off, and then you just how do you
No,
steam
no.
them?
What you do then, you take the core out, take the outer leaves off, and start it in cold water and steam it. But never bring it to
So
a
you're
boil.
talking about steam. You're just meaning the cabbage itself is in a pot of water, or you're using a steamer to
No,
just
no.
use steam?
You just put it in a pot that's a deeper pot like I have, and start it off in cold water,
And how much water?
just to cover the cabbage.
Okay, well, it's not
But you have to
steaming.
take the core out. No, you have to take the core out. You try and get the core out and put the cord side down to steam. In other words,
My right side, that one.
yeah.
And then how long do you let it?
Well, you watch it. You might have to peel a few leaves, turn it off, and take them on, like peel a few off, and then put it back on again. See,
Okay.
it's tricky, but you don't want to cook it. That's why
You just want to get it softened.
You just want to get it soft where you could start rolling.
Yeah.
That's why you have to start in cold water and just wait for it.
So it's better to do that beforehand and then have the
Oh
leaves
yeah,
like
I
you did
always
and put
do
it
that first. Yeah.
in the freezer.
Well, even the day you start, you get your cabbage ready before you start the rice and the yeah. But after a few times, you'll learn your own tricks. Everyone develops their own technique. Doesn't matter what I tell you. But.
So is it by touch or is it by sight? Like, how do you know when the outside leaves are done?
They start
Well,
to peel
because
away.
they start peeling away. See, there's steam, and then you might have to go halfway through and cut some more core out, like after it's done, until the cabbage is gone. Like you might have to just take it out and cut some more and put it back. And then in the end, when getting near the end, just turn off and leave it just steam in there. Just turn off the heat. Yeah, this one now you could take the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how rough it is?
First.
Can you wrap down?
And
Okay.
that's the outside, yeah, like that, yeah. And put lots.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, a big leaf, put lots of, yeah.
That's why it's a big leaf to me.
Now, if I save these for Sunday, which will be good, we will just not cook them. I'll just put the bacon on and the onions and cook them Sunday morning
Perfect.
with the soup.
Put enough rice in that one.
Yeah, I put a lot, see, just to get rid of it, because these you can't roll. So just as long as you have one roll in it, there,
Anyway, so.
in these leaves,
Yeah.
yeah. Because these are impossible to get more than one roll. There. Just need one more here.
One more?
Yeah. Just put some bacon
Oh.
all over. Just spread it around. And then I'll do the onions the last day. I don't want to do the onions. Just quite a bit. Just take it in.
So this would be a good dish to make in advance for a meal.
Always. I always
You can
make it the
bake
day
it.
before or 2 days before.
Now,
And
if we're not going to cook this for a couple days, do you put it in the freezer or is it fine in the fridge?
well,
like this.
This, I'm going to. I'm
Like what else got here? If we're saving this
Yeah, we're
and
saving-
cooking it later, do you just put it in the
no, I'll
fridge?
do this in a smaller casserole and freeze it. because we're not going to be using this one on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Because
But what about
we-
if we're
we
using this
won't
one
have-
on Sunday? Is
I'll
it
just-
okay in the fridge?
Yes.
Oh, it is.
In the
Okay.
fridge.
Otherwise, you can freeze it.
No,
that's nice.
it's easier, better not to freeze it.
But it's better not to. Okay.
Yeah. So here's a finished product. You could just pat it.
So this is how we want to
Yeah.
keep it in the fridge.
Okay, now it's ready to be put away for a couple of days. We're going to use this on Christmas Day. So it'll be 2 days of staying just in the fridge. And in the morning, you take it out. You take a can of tomato soup. And I use half a can for this. Half a can of water and half a can of tomato soup. Mix it well. And pour it over the top.
Salt and pepper.
And salt and pepper. And we'll also put a few onions in there, chopped. Just a few.
And then you just bake it at 350 for an hour and a half.
If you have it at low heat at 325, it's 2 hours. And actually, you're better off maybe having it at low heat.
At low heat to cook for longer.
Yeah, for longer because they don't burn. So, anyways, thank you all, Alan and Nicole. I hope you will be making some in the future. So those are Grandma's tips on making cabbage rolls.
Perfect.
My daughter Janice is taking over this baking Grandma's show. I'm sitting here and telling her what to do. So the first thing, she's chopping up the onion and bacon, fry up and put in the cabbage. So that goes with the cabbage. And the cabbage is right there. Open it up that way. Yeah.
Cabbage.
Just pick it up, yeah.
So I'm chopping this quite fine, I think, right?
As fine as you can. And then you can chop the bacon and then turn it on. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Put it in the pan again. That is it.
You got this bacon first, cut first. Which is soft. Well, it's very soft. Now the dogs want to go out. Right.
I can look at
Is this small enough? Bacon?
Well, you can cut it afterwards when you cut it all. Cut it.
Smaller?
I usually cut it in strips.
Oh,
And then I cut it in strips.
it. You know,
so
Okay.
do you get that bacon?
yeah.
Going into the pan. There we go. So,
You could turn it on.
Yeah, it does ignite.
okay, I'll
Sorry.
just stir this around for a bit.
Okay, now. You could clean that board dry and start kneading this dough.
What temperature should you cook it at?
Well, I add about a little higher and then you turn it on when it starts sizzling and then you turn it down. Yeah,
So right now she has 3,
yeah, well that's it.
4.
4. Good enough. Yeah,
Good amount of flour.
yeah.
Has about, how much?
That'd be about enough, but just make sure you knead it well. When I was making it, the more you knead it, the better it is. And sometimes you can pick it up and just sort of squish it like this if you want.
Come on.
Put
did I do with that knife?
Cut a third of it.
I'm just cutting a third of this.
Yeah. If that's the part you're going to be rolling on first. I think I put that.
Good.
Good, good.
So
Now you'll have to get the rolling pin. Just take the rest off. Take the flour.
here for now.
Ready?
Ooh.
Yeah, now go put it on the other side and keep adding flour as you need it. It is sticky.
Very round.
So I turned it up to 6 here to get it sizzling. Now I'm turning it back down a bit.
Does it matter what shape this is?
Well, you could make it circular if you can, but you can't go. You'll take any shape.
I'm having a hard time making it any shape.
I think you can make that rolls anytime now, and once you get that roll,
Should I
Don't worry.
flip it one more? Wow, I just can't believe how it just keeps going back in. Sounds thicker.
In the top there's a glass, maybe Nicole, in that second drawer where I have the dishes.
Yeah, that one.
Clear glass, I'd say this is about 3 inches, 2.5. Okay, so I'm gonna cut
Yeah.
all around.
There should be a tea towel in there.
All right,
Okay. You can start finishing it.
so put them,
Well, yeah, put all those on board.